So with new vaccines in development and under consideration for approval, we know that you have lots of questions. So Dr. David Agus is joining us now to answer some of those questions. First off, doctor, if the Novavax vaccine is approved, would it be more effective booster than the mRNA shot like Pfizer? And, what's your take on it?
Yeah, so it's a protein subunit vaccine, which is like the hepatitis and the shingles vaccine that we're used to. So something that we've been using for a long time here in the United States. The data show about 90% protection from serious illness. So it's a very good vaccine. There's been historically some production problems. So assuming they get over the production issues and the FDA gives a go-ahead and say, hey, you can produce it, it's going to be rolled out, and it will be a very effective adjunct to the current vaccines we have. I still think we have so much safety data with the RNA vaccines and more data against Omicron, because this Novavax wasn't tested against Omicron. I'm still a fan right now of the RNA vaccines.
All right. This mother wants to know if it is safe to fly with her 3-year-old. Her husband doesn't think so. He's concerned about the child getting COVID.
Yeah, this is a question that we get all the time, and it really depends on your level of risk tolerance. And I think that's key, right? We're all different in how much risk we can tolerate. Obviously, we're going to have a vaccine for 6 months to 5 years in the next week or so. States have placed the orders in, both Pfizer and Moderna, and they are excellent vaccines. But now, if you want to fly, there is some risk, but it's very minimal. The key thing is that if you're going to sit in a row of 3 people and it's you and your child, you sit in that middle seat, you're vaccinated, try to put your child on the end. Wear the mask. I still wear masks on planes. I'm in the minority, but I still do it for protection. I wear a KN95 mask when I get on a plane. So if you have some risk tolerance, I do think it's safe, and we all have to live. And living with this virus is something we could do now thanks to science.
This mother's 12-year-old tested positive for COVID 12 days after getting her booster. She's asymptomatic. The rest of the family all tested negative too. Mom wants to know, when can her daughter come out of quarantine?
It depends on how much she likes the daughter. You can use the quarantine as an excuse to kind of keep the daughter on the side of the house. What we say is that 2 days after full resolution of symptoms, in this case, there's no symptoms. So if by day 5 she continues to have no symptoms, she should be able to test out of quarantine, or we have 2 tests in a row, antigen tests at home. And they're so easy to get now. That's the route I would favor, is try to get some tests at home and make sure she's negative.
All right. And here's something on a lot of people's minds, doctor. This man wrote in, and I quote, "I have tickets to a bunch of outdoor concerts this summer. Am I being a complete idiot by going?" And this is an important question.
I didn't think you would write a question like that, Vlad. Vlad loves music, right?
It's true. I mean, I actually, over the summer, was going to go to Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, with Ryan Black, our floor director. And I chose not to go because I knew that my parents were coming to visit, and my dad is immunocompromised, and I just didn't want to risk it, even though I thought that the risk of being outdoors, being in a, but it's 100,000 people outdoors in an open concert. So, doctor, what do you think?
Yeah, so Vlad, thank you for sending in this question about yourself. I really appreciate it. Again, it's your level of risk tolerance. When dad is coming in and he's immune suppressed, it's probably not a good idea to go in the 4 or 5 days prior to him coming. But that being said, I do think outdoor venues are a lot safer than indoor venues. Again, you can wear a mask and you can situate yourself kind of on the periphery, on the edge, and reduce risk, not to 0, but to a lower level. If we're vaccinated and we're boosted, even if we're exposed and we have Paxlovid as a backdrop, again, I think we're going to be okay. We have to now learn to live with the virus. And I keep saying that, and it's true, but there are going to be those exceptions like your father coming to visit.
All right, Dr. David Agus, my friend, thank you very much as always. We appreciate it.